Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Namo Jnana Jnanandasya Jnanandjana Sadasaya Chakshuraya Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Vanchākalpatarupa Sandhuvevacha Patitanam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna. So you all can hear?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Papa.
Yes, sir. We can hear. It is very clear.
So today we will discuss about Indian great mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan. And what is the use of discussing such great scholars? So most of everyone of us, people, they want to learn the knowledge. But although the knowledge is available, but you inspire by one person in your life, by which you try to develop that knowledge in that direction. So similarly, why we read so many great people, like this is the 4th class, and we want to make more and more very enlivened to this session, because when you hear the story of this great struggle, those who did a great struggle in their life, and they gave the so many conclusions in their life, and that is the inspiration source. And a great thinkers, they make others to think in that direction. And we are not illiterate, that you can go and do some kind of, we can, illiterate also can become a scientist if he is properly inspired. Like there are so many illiterate, like there was a person in Odisha. So he was even blind, but the level of literature he has written, it is comparable with great literaturalists, great persons in the world also. And his name was Bhima Bhui. That he could not able to see actually, he is blind. But he has written the book which only a realized person can understand that. So that is why this beautiful concept of this, the Ramanujan, today we will discuss. And we will discuss that how the mind can create so many objectives in your brain, and such a great mathematician. And although you will see his life is not at all such intelligent. So, early life, he born in 22 December 1887 in a Tamil Brahmin Iyengar family. Okay, you must understand that these Tamil Brahmins, they are so great mathematicians. When the Tanjavur temple was built, that time, where the whole universe, they do not know what is geometry. They do not know what is trigonometry. They don't know how to make a circle, what is a square. But they could be able to design a balanced 3D structure in the sand. And from the sand, the carpenter used to understand that. And from there, they could be able to make the structure. And today, we have many software to design the architectural design. And then after seeing that, and also when we design, we are not able to perfectly balance the structure. For example, I was working as an engineer in Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Sunabeda. So when I was working there, in the MiG-29 engine they used to build. And MiG-29 engine, the engine is RD-33, RD-11 engine is used in the MiG-29 aircraft. So this RD engine was designed by the Russian, and we purchased from Russia those engine, and it is manufactured in Sunabeda, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. And when after designing 3-stage blade, because the front blade structure is there, and the middle blade structure is there, and the rear blade structure. Blade means that entire turbine will rotate, and that will rotate at very high speed. You can think it is around 60,000 RPM, like that speed. And when the three great turbine, these three turbines, they rotate, and the middle turbine has to balance these two. Or else your aircraft, if the front turbine will move more, it may come down. If the rear turbine moves more, it may push back. And the middle turbine is there, which controls this entire body of the entire aircraft. So balancing that three was so difficult that there are so many Russian scientists used to be there, and they know how to balance it. And they were paid by India government a very large amount for them. And when our general manager salary that time, it was 1,30,000. The Russians, they used to get around 7 lakh rupees per month. So that is what, even the balancing of an engine, which we purchased, we know it, that was not possible for us to do in such a big industry. But you see, when the Tamil Brahmins, when they used to design the structure, they used to design the structure even in the sand, and people used to understand from that sand, from that structure, and it becomes a gigantic, the temples are built. If you go to Ananta Padmanabha temple, they built such a beautiful, gigantic temple, and every stud is completely balanced, and it is not in 1 day or 2 days. It is more than 40,000 years back they have built. And one temple is there, like Ranganath temple, which was built very, very long time in the history. So that is how when the people, they do not know in the entire universe, they used to build such a big empire, big, beautiful temple with perfect design, perfect balance, perfect structural design, and it is also earthquake-proof design. How it is possible? When the people thought that our ancestors, they were like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, all these civilizations, they were like a monkey tribals, and from there they learn how to design a wheel. From there, everything. Where in India, before long back, the complete civilization was existing. So he took, even if you go to many places of the world, you will find that the Tamil Brahmins, they used to go there and build these temples in all over the world. So he took birth in the Brahmin Iyengar family, and his father was a clerk in a sari shop, and mother was a housewife. That is why one need not to be genius. If his father, mother is genius, the children will become genius. It is just, you can understand from here the life of even Nikola Tesla, life of even Einstein, life of Dr. Srinivasa. It is. So he was from the town of Kumbakonam. Actually, last time I visited to just nearby that town, that is Tanjavur. It is 40 kilometers from Tanjavur, where I visited Tanjavur, but I was not knowing that. Somebody told me to go to Kumbhakonam, but there was no time. And from Tiruchirappalli, I came back. And I should have gone there. I would have very happy to visit that place also, and I would have told more about that place. Anyway, so he took birth there, and Ramanujan was enrolled to local school. And I can tell you, most of the time we think that we should go to big schools. People think, oh, my child should go to Delhi, Doon School. So many schools are there in Dehradun, and they feel that, oh, we are very advanced. Like I have seen in the child from, I was traveling from Delhi to Dehradun, and all the girls' child, they were full of girls' child, and I asked them, where are you going? They told, sir, we are studying in the Doon School. So their dressing, everything, you will understand that extraordinarily advanced, like a modern dress, actually, everyone had. And I was just asking them, what you learn there other than study? Sir, we have all project type of activities. So like that, people think that if you go to big school, you can become genius. No, not like that. The genius cannot burn in a big school. That is why in IIT, although we take the best student in the country, but you will understand that till today, nowhere we could be able to produce such a Nobel laureate in the IIT. Why? Because genuinely we go to IIT, but we learn the structural way of understanding. And those who are genius, they never learn from the structural way of understanding. Oh, you have to learn, if you go to school, A means apple, B means book, C means cat, not like that. And those who are extraordinary people, they don't learn like this actually. So that is why most of the people, we by heart the thing and try to implement that one. There is no inspiration within. So then he moved to, to go here and then. Then he passed the primary education and he scored best in the school. And from early age, he was interested in mathematics. And that is the extraordinary gift. And this we always fail in India. In India, then he learned himself mathematics from the book and was already engaged in the depth analysis of Bernoulli's number. So always stood first in the class and got scholarship merit certificate. And he completed a mathematics exam in half an hour. If time is given for 3 hours, within half an hour he will complete all mathematics. He will solve all the problems. And he learned everything, and he solved all the problems of Lonis, trigonometry, everything. And then he, at the age of 15, a friend gave him a book, Car Synopsis of Pure and Applied Mathematics. That awakens and stimulates his thinking. Like many times, like once, Newton was sitting in the garden, and the apple fell down. Everybody observed. We also observed that in the old, even if you take 10,000 years back, if apple is there in the tree, it will always fall to the ground. It will never go up. So that the intelligent have a strike to Newton. That yes, why apple comes down? And then he started analyzing. Then he took so many things Kepler had observed, and so many analyses, so many data were available. And he took those data. Again, he studied. He got the inspiration. So for inspiration, it is not that you get the inspiration from like many people, they get inspiration from there was a scientist and called P.K. Hopburn. In this, he was a great scientist, and while he was in his garden, he saw the structure of the flower, and all the flowers have a same pattern. The pattern of the sunflower, if you see that one, there are so many circles, and they are together, joined together, and make a beautiful structure like a sunflower. And by seeing that one, he could understand that, oh, this type of pattern can be generated. And then he started analyzing just a simple flower to find out his great algorithmic theorem. It is called the petals theory. That he could able to give so many mathematical analysis that anything in this universe exists, it is form of a circular ring. And in that ring, when it is there, it is always stable. Which great astronaut today they study, when the satellite go to orbit and put in that orbit, which orbit is stable, where the satellite will never be released or never be toppled from its orbit. And that are the great scientists. People, they get so many inspiration from many objectives. And in everyone's life, those who are scientists, you will find that there is some incident happened to you in your life where you started thinking in other directions. So then he got the Subramania scholarship, but he failed in the examination and lost because he could not able to pass in all subjects. Only he got a top in mathematics. And this is what the Indian education system we must change today. The great thing in Indian education system is that most of the time, we do not look what is the choice of the child. We look what is the choice of the father, what choice of the market, what my, like many people they call me now, IIT exam result came, sir, my son is got this much rank and I want to tell my son to study, go for computer science, but he is interested in electrical engineering or mechanical engineering. So what I will do, he should go to computer. I asked him, what do you want? Your student, your son to be a simple and illiterate, or your son to be illiterate? So they, most of the time, they think that because if they will go to join in some course, they should get a job. That is the desire of the 99% of the parents. That why come to IIT? They will get anyway job. But their only desire is they should go to a branch where they should get job. They don't look what the child want. So everyone I say, what your child want? First I ask. They tell sir, he's interested in mechanical. I told, let him take mechanical engineering. Sir, in mechanical, we don't get IIT. I told, even NIT is fine. There is no problem. Even state college is fine. If he is interested, he will do better in that course. And this is what today, every parent we must learn. What is the child's desire? We should not push them. Oh, you go and join this one, even if you don't like. So that is what one boy there here, that boy he came here, he was not interested in electrical engineering. And he was interested in astronomy, astrophysics. But somehow his father, mother told, no, you go, and he pushed them. He was from Rajasthan. So he came here. From the first day, he was unsatisfied because he don't want to study. And at last, he could not able to do good. And his parents came, they shouted at him, they met with all faculty members. But that is why you must understand that whatever there in Indian education, if you don't pass in all subjects, for a musician, physics may not be, or chemistry, or mathematics, or biology, it may not be important. For example, Sachin Tendulkar, he's a batsman. He failed in metric also. So then he married during that period to Janaki. And then because he was struggling very hard, he had no money actually. In the childhood, he was only dependent on the food from the temple. And he had no money so much. So he was depending on others. And then he came with his friend and he started teaching to the children. And that way he earned something. And in the way, because he could fail, and in the house also, the condition was very poor. So he left the house. And after he left the house and went back he came to Rajamundry. And in the Rajamundry, he stayed for some time, then he came back to Madras again. So after that, Ramanujan met a deputy collector and he wanted to publish his mathematics notebook. So today I was hearing a beautiful lecture by one of the Professor Hermits from Cornell University. He was given a lecture on the notebook, the last notebook of Ramanujan. That all over the world, people they praise the way Ramanujan has dealt with any kind of subject. And he was showing that such a great scholar, we lost him. And he thought that all over the universe, whatever mathematics available, cannot be compared to the comparison, the contribution of Ramanujan. Then he came there and he was not very much financially very helpful. He had not sound financially. So he wanted to publish his paper in Mathematical Society and it was published. Then he came to work, he applied to work in many places, but everywhere he was rejected because he failed in all subjects. And after that, he came to he he appeared in the he joined in the Madras Port Trust as an accounting clerk actually that time. And because he has family, he has to maintain his family. And after joining there, then he earned little bit money. And who was the in charge of that one? He helped. He told that no. Now you do one thing. You don't do this one. You do your research in the mathematics. And he allowed and he requested him that please write. You have a great strength. You can write all these things to many professors in the worldwide. So he has written four professors in the Cambridge, and one professor, G.H. Hadley. He saw that he has written this beautiful letter, and one research person or a teacher or a student must learn how to write letter. The letter must be reflect your values in your life. The letter should not reflect what arrogance, what falseness within us. Letter should reflect what is the culture, what you carry in your life. So he has written that, dear sir, I beg to introduce myself to you as a clerk in account department of Port Trust Office at Madras and a salary of only £20 per annum. I am now about 23 years of age and went on to say that its author had made startling progress on a theory, divergent series in mathematics, and had all but solved the long-standing problem of the distribution of prime numbers. The cover letter being poor, if you are convinced that there is anything value, I would like to have my theorem published. Being inexperienced, I would very highly value any advice you give me. Requesting to be excused for the trouble I have given you. I remain, dear sir, your truly S. Ramanujan. You can understand such a great mathematician, the way he writes, just like a fool. But even today, a number one fool, he will say, oh, I am a great scholar. And this is the Indian value of life, which was available during that period. The Indian values is so much important, and it surpasses your intelligence. If you are arrogant, no, all over the world you go, people will only just give you. For example, I will not tell one great scientist today in India. He was so arrogant. He told, I asked him a question in IIT Kanpur. I told, sir, you have published 5,000 articles in different places. How do you feel that one? So he told me, you are a research scholar if you cannot become a selfish. You cannot, if you don't become selfish or you don't exploit others, you cannot publish. Such a great scientist today in India is there. I will not speak his name because maybe people will become angry on me. But such a person, what you will learn, you can never learn. So then he came, he was a great mathematician. He came to, and he came to Cambridge And then Ramanujan, when they got the theorem with that letter, they hardly said, and they defeated me completely. I had never seen anything in the last, in the least like them before. Such a great derivation I have never seen. And then he told that, please, you come to Cambridge. And he wanted to come, but in those periods, if you cross the ocean, because if you cross the ocean, then you are no more cultured. So you cross the Indian continent or the Indian boundary, you are considered as a low grade, those periods. And he has to struggle that how to go there, how to reach there, how to, and after that, after so many, when he struggled, he started going there. And after he got the permission and he got a dream that he can go, and he came to America. And although he came and spent nearly 5 years in Cambridge, he spent there with hardly a little wood, and published nearly 50 articles during that period of time. And he gives direct conclusion, no theorem in between. Such a great scientist. And we hardly, very few people they know in India. And then he got in 1916, he got an honorary degree in Cambridge, BA degree. And then he became a first part of which was published in Proceedings of London Mathematical Society, 50-page long paper. And he 6th December he elected to London Mathematical Society, and then he became fellow of Royal Society. That time it is considered the topmost. Then he has given many theories on divergent series, elliptic functions, and continued fractions and infinity. Once his teacher was teaching all the students, he was teaching that 10 divided by 10 is 1. If 10 mangoes are there and 10 persons are there, only every person will get one mango. And then he told, my dear sir, but I can tell you, 0 divided by 0 is not 1. 0 divided by 0 is not 1. Because his teacher told, when you divide the number, same number, you divide the same number, or both numerator and denominator of same number is equal to 1. So Ramanujan told that 0 divided by 0 is not 1. And there is, and 0 divided, anything divided by 0 is not 0. Ramanujan, when he gave that while he was in the school, his teacher became astonished. And he thought that he doing fraud, but actually he is so inner conscious that he could able to do that. And he has made many theorems, and then he was well known for his magic square actually. And this, you can see his birth is 2012-1887. So this square, you just go, you sum anywhere, like you sum of the rows is 139. Sum of the corner number 139. And sum of the diagonal element 139. Everything, he made such a gigantic, a beautiful square here. And then Ramanuja also gave a beautiful, what is the value of x in the following equation. If you give, many people, they will go on calculating everything. And but this, the answer is exactly 3. Actually, this is so beautifully derived this by Ramanujan. So Ramanujan was working with the infinity and 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to infinity. Is it infinity? No, it is minus 1 by 12. And today, whole string theory is based on this number. You take any string theory book, this formula is the first formula where they could able to approximate. Is the sigma n is 1 to n is equal to n is equal to minus 1 by 12, which is given by Dr. Ramanujan that time. So there are many theories, and I am not also so big mathematician. I do not know many of the things. Whatever I learned this, and I try to learn that one. And that is how Ramanujan have many. And that professor from that Cornell University, he was giving this, what is the last notebook of Ramanujan. And it is not that he stopped it. Ramanujan's notebook, whatever written, and it is reprinted. And if you see, because as an Indian, we never give values to such a great scientist, he is better than 10,000 Nobel laureate, actually, which is produced by Indian soil. And because he is in India, I could not able to. And he was the person who knows what is the infinity. And that is how he, in 1920, when he was very child, that time his father asked to one of the astrologers, what will be my son, how he will be. So the astrologer told, he will be extremely brilliant. Nobody can be comparable. Till the history is there, in the earth planet, nobody can be comparable. But he has a very short life. So his father was very unhappy and came and he prayed his father came to he came to the Tiruchirappalli. So he came and prayed to Lord. In Tiruchirappalli, he came and he worshipped Lord Vishnu. And then he prayed for his son's long life. And then he came back and he has his own deity, mother. And then they were praying. Then his father told to his mother, the Shankaracharya also lived for very less time period of his life. So what is the problem with my son? So there is no problem. Then he became such a great scientist, and Tamil Nadu till today celebrate 22nd December as State IT Day. And he has given many theories, and we are very happy that to share. And he was strong faith in God consciousness. From the childhood, he never took anything without, he's completely vegetarian. So many people, they say, your brain will never increase if you don't eat non-vegetarian food. It's not that vegetarian, non-vegetarian. It is depend, and he is a completely vegetarian. And always he liked prasadam. And especially he liked Vishnu Prasad. And wherever anybody will bring, sometime in the childhood when his mother will cook and will not offer to God, then he will cry sometime. No, please take and offer and bring. And he liked prasadam actually. So that is what Srila Prabhupada also made. Many illiterate people to illiterate just by feeding prasad. And an equation for me has no meaning unless it expresses a thought of God. So you can understand the science which is separated from the God, that is exploitation. Today, we try to understand the science because it is based on the some kind of exploitation only. You see, you develop big industries, whole environment is destroyed, exploited. You have the environmental pollution, you have you uncleaned water in all the rivers. Why? Because it is exploitation. So similarly, a person of very humble and quick disposition, a great scholar must be very humble, and that is the greatest of any kind of the compassion anybody can imbibe within. And learned Brahminical culture from her mother. He will go to Latin, for example, a Brahmin, when he will go to Latin for passing the stool, that time there was no Latin. He used to go to field in those periods in the river. And that time, when he will go there, and once he came without taking bath, and he came back. And that time, his mother again sent him back, go and take bath and come back. And he was a small child. He took bath, cleaned all, put all his cloth and came back. You can see this is so scientific. By cleaning whole body, all the germs in that place is not affected to your body. By cleaning all your cloth, what you gain? All the cloth has porous element, and these bacteria have so small that in this porous they absorb in those porous. And when you come with the same cloth to your house, and you get many kind of the regenerative disease within your body, although you do not know that create region too. And these are the Brahminical culture in India, which was practiced long back. And he has to go back and took bath and clean. Today also, Prabhupada also gave this formula in all ISKCON temple, that if somebody goes to Latin for passing the stool, he must take bath from the head after he clean all his cloth and come back. And this is what, that you will be clean externally and internally. That is why anybody who takes at least 2 times bath, you will never find him, he is going to any hospital to anywhere. He don't have any disease. This is Indian, this is a Brahminical culture. And very simple life in the Cambridge also. If you see his photo, he was a very simple person. And he came from his vision of his goddess, such as she actually gives inspiration. Many times you will find in India also, like there was in Krishna Dev Rai, in his court, there was a great scholar named Tenali Ram. Tenali Ram was inspired by Mother Kali. So once Tenali Ram he came to Vijayanagaram. That time Krishna Dev Rai was the king that time. And what happened? There was a saintly person, and he has beaten by many people. And when many people was beaten, and that news came to the king, and they told to Krishna Dev Rai that this one saintly person is beaten in your country. You see, that was India. A saintly person should never be touched by anyone. So as soon as Krishna Dev Rai heard that one, he became very furious, and he told, who has beaten the saintly person? And there was a minister, he told, there was a person, his name is Tenali Ram, he has beaten. So king told, you take him and put inside the soil, and his head should be outside. And night time bring all the elephant and you should smash him. So they dig a big hole, and Tenali Ram was inside the soil, and only he has head outside. Everything was within the earth. So that time, Tenali Ram was looking only head was, you can move only head. And that time, there was a hunchback, uh, one washerman, Dhobi. He came, he was hunchback, and he was carrying like this big burden, and he was passing that way. And Tenali Ram asked, oh, he called him. He told, he came and saw Tenali Ram is here. He asked him, my dear sir, where are you going? He told, no, no, I am going to clean my cloth I have collected. So Tenali Ram told that, oh, you want to wash it? Oh, you got a hunchback. Why? He told, no, no, I got my, I am not able to straighten my body. And Tenali Ram asked me, he asked, why you are inside this earth? He told, no, no, I had like this hunchback. So that is why I voluntarily came inside, so that I stayed since yesterday I was like this, and the doctor told that you will become straight, and now I am feeling little straight also. So you just remove me, and you be here so that you will also straight your body. So like that, Tenali Ram told, you must understand that what are the presence of mind that a person. And then he removed that Tenali Ram, and Tenali Ram put this washerman inside and covered the air, and Tenali Ram left to Vijayanagaram. And when these kings, all the servants, they came with the elephant, they saw that it is not Tenali Ram, this is another person is here. Again, they came and asked, what happened? And they told that, he told me that if you stay here like this, your hunchback will go away. And as soon as they removed him, after that, these people became very compassionate, they removed him. And he saw that the hunchback also cleared, and he became happy. He left for his home. So he came to king's palace and told that, my dear king, you must ask what is the quality of that Brahman. And after asking him, the king understood that Brahmana was nonsense, and then he was awarded. So like that, there are many scholars and many people, they are inspired by the many goddess, many god, many devta, demigods. They give intelligence. Like there was also Digvijay Pandit, that the goddess Saraswati gave blessing to them. And then he always have an equal vision for every religion. Ramanujan was never hatred to anyone. And every Samandarsi, like Srila Prabhupada, he went to Western country. He never see anybody such as Muslim or Christian or Jain or Hindu. He see everyone as a servant of God, Krishna. And also, that is what in the Bhagavad Gita is said that there is a verse in 5.18. The verse says that it is a verse. It says that a beautiful verse, I forgetting that
Vidya Vinaya Sampanna.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanna Brahmana Gabhyastini Sunichena Sapake cha Pandita Samadarshana. So if somebody is a Pandit, he see equal vision for a landman, gentle Brahmana, cow, elephant, a dog eater. And this is it from Srimad Bhagavatam. It is a very beautiful verse. When the Prahlad Maharaj is explaining, Ibistri Vanai Parasyasti Buddhir Vedehi Kriyabdavai Sarupatmana buddhedo gandher vaya bayat. As one can understand the presence of the air by the aroma it carries, so under the guidance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can understand the living soul by the three divisions of intelligence. The three divisions, however, are not the soul. They are constituted of the three modes and are born of activities. So if you see, it is so beautiful. Verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. It describes what is a three condition of an intelligent person. So the first one is that we have three states of our existence. One is wakefulness, second one dreaming, third one deep sleep. And most of the time, we get the inspiration in the wakefulness and dreaming states. A deep sleep, you never get in dream. That's why deep sleep nowadays, the people, they don't sleep at all. They sleep in the last hour of the night. That is why they don't have the strength to develop new knowledge. If you see the research people do, they do some kind of incremental research. That is why you see Google search is our research. People, they search in Google, that is the research. Because they do not have wakefulness. They never go to nature. They sit down in a beautiful river and see the river. There are many things you can observe. By seeing a river, you can understand what is the laminar flow, what is the turbulent flow, how the fishes, they go against the turbulent flow, how it is that, who has given the strength. So many things are understood in the wakefulness state and the dreaming state also. And they have a different experience in different. And soul is the observer. When your soul is receptive to this one, then you understand you can create intelligence within you. And that is what people, they do not know. That is why Prabhupada gave this Srimad Bhagavatam to everyone. You read it and become intelligent. I have seen many people, they do extraordinarily beautiful because within this Bhagavatam, there is a Kha-vidya, how to understand the aeronautical science. Kha means the Akash or the heaven or the space, and Vidya, how to drive into the space. Is it possible? It's given Ayurvedas, the great medical science is given there. It's given material science, starting from the subtle element, the element which is Andantarastha Paramanu. Paramanu means the atomic particle exists in the core of your heart. The complete description is there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And the people, they study the smart material. The smart material is nothing but the complete structure of your body covering very everywhere are the senses. And just it is existing within you. So how you feel it, that is the great science. It's there itself. And that is what, like an aroma, like you are here and from there is a rose garden. The aroma comes to you and you understand there are roses. And there is a filthy place, the filthy smell comes and you say, oh, there is this filthy space. Similarly, our body and the soul is exactly like this. Although the body goes like an aroma, leaves this body, the body remains as it is. Similarly, the objective and its aroma is the inspiring force in our body. So if you see here, another thing, if you analyze this, analysis can be considered by a person who fully understand the shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, who taken the shelter of at the lotus feet. That's why it say that in the confirmed that even if somebody is a great scientist, if he has not understood the value of life, then it is like because of not taking shelter of Lord's lotus feet. Even great scholars, scientists, philosophers, religionists are always bewildered. That's why they try to, even though one may artificially think himself liberated from material contamination, if he has not taken shelter of lotus feet, his intelligence is polluted. How you know that it is intelligent? Because you will do everything to create, for example, cloning. You take from some element, for example, cloning. Why don't scientists use their own wife for cloning? Why they use innocent animals? If they are so honest, if I am honest, you can use. This is one kind of, you can understand. That is why in the Bhagavad Gita it says that Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Dadami, who gives? Krishna gives intelligence. And these are there are great scholars and in this earth planet, and they developed this intelligence, and this intelligence. So many great scholars are there with this intelligence. And anybody want to become intelligent, they must know what is their origin. They must be inspired by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then automatically all the demigods, the devatas, or supporting element will help you to grow in your intellect. And that is what the Indian culture was given long back, that to learn the science and to become a scientist, a holistic scientist who will never exploit others, rather give everything on the basis of compassion. Okay? Thank you very much for joining this session on Srinivasa Ramanujan and his life and his contribution. So thank you very much. So anybody has any question, so you can ask or okay, so I am very thankful to everyone for joining this session, and I am very happy that all of you are taking some time from your busy schedule and coming here and attending this lecture, which inspires me more and more to study and and to learn also the great scientists. And we will also hear there are many great saints of India also in this, and they were great scientists. And those are the unsolved problem of the human history. And anybody will take up, and we should pose this one entire our world actually. I remember there, I also in Tennessee, I presented the Bhagavad Gita, the matter and spirit combination within the body as a spirit and matter, they combine together and create a living force. And when I spoke to in a church, everybody became very astonished. They asked me, where I will find it? When I gave them Bhagavad Gita, everybody was so happy in that community church. And then I had 12 Bhagavad Gita, and everybody they took. And till today, I think 2% they are writing me also, till today. Sir, we have read this part, Anderson and Ning. There are two boys. till today they are writing me email. Because the science of India, we need to teach others also. When we go and speak to others, and that's why in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said, Bharata Bhumito Janmilo Hello Jaro, Janma Kori Koro Paro Upakar. Those who have taken birth in the land of India, it is in Bengali. So, Bharata Bhumite Janmilo Hello Jaro, Janma Sarthaka Kori Koro Paro Upakar. Those who have taken birth in India, they are highly intelligent. They are not ordinary person. And they says that they should make their life perfect. Today, whatever we do, we look Western country. But if you see, the Western country people are not happy at all. And we look them, but they are looking at India. But Indians doesn't have culture nowadays. And we go outside and go when they ask about our religion, we laugh. We just beg some dollar or euro. Please give some euro and come. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, those who have taken birth in India, you make your life successful and teach others the life how they should live. Okay? So thank you very much for joining. I am very grateful to you. So from Shiv Shankar, there is a question. Sir, how to keep our daily life intelligent in the lotus feet of the God at day-to-day life? What to do? We do not have many times when a child learns ABCD, he don't have strength to write this. So what his father or his mother carries his hand and he put ABCD. And after some time, automatically, he became intelligent. That child became. So similarly, how we don't have intelligence. And when we go to association of devotees, those who are cultivating this intelligent knowledge. So you need to go to them. You need to say in that one. Once the ignition takes place, then you will move very straight. You will move very nicely. For example, like I visited to ISRO once, and we had worked a little bit for ISRO power supplies. And the ISRO, what is the first thing? When you ignite that, till that time, the engine is supported by two big, the crane kind of thing, that is the two supporter, and that is supported. And you support by a big crane like a structure, and that supporting element you required when you ignite. Once you ignite and they produce the propulsive force by the rocket, then you don't require any supporting element. So that is where that we must learn our intelligence. Those who are cultivating or practicing, once you started learning that one, then you will fly like anything. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much. And I must thank to our all students, especially our Sital, Govind, and our Susil, and Atul, and Shiv Shankar, and they are trying very hard to reach many people, and so that it became more interactive, and people should learn our history also and our culture also. That is the way that we should learn from great scientists. We should also inspire and become such a great scholar in our life. And I must thank everyone for joining, and I am very thankful to everyone on behalf of Bhaktivedanta Club IIT Patna and behalf of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani. I hope that all your life became blissful and you all became happy. And I can pray, although I have no strength but I can pray. Prayer is a biggest estate in our life. I can pray to Lord Jagannath to keep you healthy and wealthy and also very intelligent, that one day you may create a history in this universe. Okay? Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.